To you
Yeah,
too.
good morning. Thank you very
Okay,
much for
so
having us.
Alan and Oduak are here to talk about something that's coming up very soon in the Bible. You want to talk to us about that?
Yes, I would love to. Okay, so we have an event coming up on the 19th of November, and
Okay.
it's called Cocktail and Grill Festival.
Mm.
So first of all, Cocktail and Grill Festival is a gastronomy. What that
Gastronomy.
gastronomy? What that means is that it's an event that gives people that loves good food
Mm.
an opportunity to explore a variety of food. So
Okay.
basically, we are doing a gastronomy event, which is actually a tourism event.
Mm.
What this does is that it brings people from every part of Nigeria to assemble at a particular point
Okay.
where they can have variety of food. But at this particular point, we're not just doing the regular food, we are doing cocktail.
Mm.
And we are doing cocktail and grill. And cocktail and grill is a lifestyle thing. It's not something that you just wake up and you want to do. It means you have to be able to afford it. You have to crave for it. You have to actually know what you're looking out for.
In other words, if you don't have money, don't come.
In other words, what it means is that, yes, you need to be able to be a lifestyle person, to want to do cocktail and grill.
Okay.
And the reason why we are bringing it to Akwa Ibom, or we are doing it in Akwa Ibom, is because first, we are Akwa Ibomite. And secondly, Akwa Ibom is emerging. Akwa Ibom, if you talk of Akwa Ibom all over the world, Akwa Ibom is one of the emerging destinations in Africa. So we feel that while we appreciate other destinations in Nigeria, Akwa Ibom is the big thing. So we need to start doing stuff like this that will bring people to experience Akwa Ibom and experience this kind of event. So basically, we decided to explore our state and the next big thing happening in tourism space in Africa.
Okay, Prince Uduak Pedro, how important is this kind of event to the tourism sector of any town? Near Akwa Ibom. How important? Of what significance is it that you're bringing something like this to Akwa Ibom?
Okay, like my boss, Mr. Len, just said, it is very, very important that in a state like our state, Akwa Ibom State, once in a while, we have event of this magnitude. This event open up the state. This event also introduce cuisines and delicacies to the people outside Akwa Ibom and outside Nigeria at large, because that is the market we are actually looking at. We are not just looking at Nigerians alone, but we want to be able to capture those outside Nigeria, Africa, and in diaspora also. And basically, this event is going to introduce our Ita Iwong to the nation. So it's not when you hear cocktail and grill, the grill is the Ita and the Wong is the cocktail. And that is the most important thing here. So you can come from diaspora or anywhere in Africa and say, what is that event the Tai Wong is all about? And we would give it to you, our local delicacies, our local cocktail. We bring in the cocktail from abroad, international cocktails, but we have our local cocktails here that we're going to mix with that. And you would, even if you have been enjoying cocktails in your high-end hotels and places, but when you come to this event, you get to realize that Africa is peculiar, and there are something we have, even in Akwa Ibom State, that the world is grieving for.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very shortly, we would get to talk about the variety that we will get to experience and all of that. What you've said, people can come from all over the world.
Yes.
You said people can come from all parts of Africa, from all parts of the world, and all of that.
Yes.
Let's before we talk about when this is going to happen, before we talk about all of that modalities, I think Helen is in yearning because when you said, there are varieties and all of that, let me start from the local, angle because when we do events like this, we tend to promote. I've attended mix and grill events and all of that. We tend to promote foreign cocktails. We tend to promote Italiano, the Spanish cocktails. We tend to promote all sorts and all of that. But I just heard you say something that made my ear, itch to hear more. So I'm going to ask Alan now. Local cocktails.
Yes. So basically, what we are trying to do, our emphasis for this particular event is to also try to see how we can focus more on local delicacies or local recipes, because at the end of the day, to promote IGR in Nigeria, we need to be able to promote local recipes. So what we are looking at is, during this event, we're going to showcase a whole lot of local recipes. So let me use a practical example of something that is very close. If you mix palm wine with something else, that's a combination of the local recipe. You can mix palm wine with, let's say, origin bitters. You can mix palm wine with the local kai kai. That's already cocktail on its own. But because somebody has not given it a name, that's why it's not out there.
That's what we call it mojito.
Yeah, so we can mix. So assuming somebody mix palm wine with, let's say, local kai kai and put a lime on it, you can call it a name, and that's already cocktail. People wake up every morning, they mix the local kai kai with a whole lot of things, and they don't give it a name.
We'll just call it combine.
Yes, combine. Now, so all those combine, all those things that they mix that
cocktails
locally they have something they do to the system. Now, those are cocktails. But because we don't give it a name or it's not well packaged in a particular bottle, nobody talks about it. Now, this event is going to pay particular emphasis on those kind of stuffs and going to pay particular emphasis on grills. Now, we are also going to pay particular emphasis on local recipes that are made from Nigeria. Now, I will give you a practical example. A brand like Delight Yogurt is actually doing so well, and the recipes are sourced there. Now, those are the kind of brands we want to give spotlight to during the Cocktail and Grill Festival. Brands that have been able to source for their raw materials around here and have been able to do something around here. So what we are doing is, even when we are doing an event that will have international brands coming, we are actually trying to also promote local recipes. And I'll give you a practical example. UNWTO is actually very interested in this event because it's a gastronomy event, but they are also looking at us highlighting this kind of recipes, and that's what we wanted to do from day one. We want to highlight, can you drive to Obodokara and eat local meat. Now we are going to bring all those local recipes, all those local stuff that can be eaten to Cocktail and Grill Festival. Remember, it's a cocktail and it's a grill festival, so you're going to have varieties of taste, varieties of drinks, but we are going to highlight the local delicacies and recipes we have from around here.
Okay, if you're just joining us, this is Boma Rise on XL 106.9 FM. This program, of course, has a one-point agenda. I'm trying to elevate the governed. I just used a new word now, elevate the governed. It's fantastic. But we try to bring you to be on the same pedestal with the government of Akwa Ibom State. We try our best to ensure we help you make sense of the program's policies and almost every other thing that the government does. It's a Boma Rise on XL 106.9 FM, 10:20 to the minutes right now. And then we'll just take a very quick break, take a message, and when we return, Alan Efe and Prince Udok Pedro are still right in the studios. Stay with us. To mark the 36th anniversary of the creation of our dear state, the government of Akwa Ibom State announced
Uncle Eva. Good morning, sir. Give me a move. But phone for camera, give me for cameras.
all citizens of Akwa Ibom based on the criteria. This competition, topic of the essay,
Take my move, I do the
our journey, our gains,
I do
our
the
lessons,
prayer line
all
go
of the
there.
graduates
Get the
of
bubble.
universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education can
No,
apply.
no, no.
Essay
And look at the
should have
madam for
approximately 3,000 words. Entries must be mailed to Akwa Ibom
Mama
Police
different young Lagos,
at gmail.com.
okay?
Deadline for submission,
Adi Bob
Thursday,
Akwa Ibom.
21st September 2023. For the photography and art
Royal can
Yeah,
can
no.
see have a place where they showcase their products here, even if we are not doing
We want us to do our iPhone
full
4.
exhibition.
Maybe an one iPhone. Put that down.
I haven't got another now in my phone.
No, but they don't need to bring products. They just need to
Put your
they
stamp,
just need to
your
show that yes, they support this kind of
company
stuff.
presence there. Company presence.
Because one to it and they buy phone me, yeah.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Okay, it's 21 minutes since it hit 10 radio on XL 106.9 FM. The program is Iboma Rise on XL 106.9 FM. And we've been talking with Alan Efe, awesome to some Alan Efe and Udok Pedro, fantastic gentlemen who have been talking gastronomy. When he said gastronomy, the first thing that came to my mind was gastrointestinal. I think I heard that at the hospital sometime ago. But then it's good to have you gentlemen still with us in the studio. Okay, so we've talked about what this is about, what the mix and grill, what the cocktail and grill here
Yes.
is about. But we've not talked dates.
Okay.
So dates.
Okay, so the
When is
date
it happening?
so it's happening on 19th of November.
19th of November.
Yes, it's a one-day event, and Then it's going to be a 2-day event, but the first day of the event, which is the 18th, is going to be for our headline sponsor, which we will disclose in the next coming week.
Okay.
That is to give the headline sponsor the visibility they actually need. But just the second day is actually the exhibition, the grill, the festival, and actually the show. What we're actually doing is not just exhibition. We are giving brands an opportunity to showcase and give people a taste of what they do.
Okay.
Then the event is actually in 2 parts. We have an event that starts from 2 p.m. The first part of the event starts from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., which is actually where the vendors get to exhibit. We get to have all the people get to test what they have. Then the second part of the event is actually the show part, because if you want to do this kind of event, there's actually the entertainment part cannot be taken out of it. So we're actually giving people a mixed experience where you get to test, you get to grill, then you get to have fun at the end of the day. So we're going to have another part of the event from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. where we're going to have artists, we're going to have a whole lot of performance. The other part is still going to have this, but not as intense as the evening part. So we are giving people an experience for 9 hours.
Okay.
That will leave a memory that will make them want to come back when we have the next edition of Cocktail and Grill Festival.
Wow. Okay. So let me talk to you now, Doc and Pedro. In what ways can government, in what ways can publicly spirited organizations, in what ways can partners and sponsors become part of this event, and what is the need for them?
Okay, thank you very much. We have packages that is already prepared and made available for sponsors and organizations that would like to partner with us. This event is definitely going to give such organizations visibilities and also promotes whatsoever they are doing. And for the government, I am excited that you asked about that, because I believe that this event is also in line with the Arise agenda of the present government. I would expect even the governor to pick up at least 100 tickets, because this is to promote and send people there to have this tourism enjoyment. And because you have heard about the governors telling us about the happy hour stuff, and so this is also to promote the happy hour. We would have loved all the Akwa Ibomites to be there, but unfortunately the space would not be enough for everyone. And like my boss said a few minutes ago, we are hoping that those that would really want to be there are those that really want to have experience, really want to experience what we are doing, so that next time they will also bring more people, bring others, invite others to the event. So the government can partner with us by also giving us a platform like this to discuss more about the event, and also telling people outside Nigeria or within Africa to join us in the event.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. So as we get set to wrap up this session, let me take you guys back to Akwa Ibom, because why didn't you guys fix this, within the anniversary month?
Okay, so the reason why we didn't fix it within the anniversary month was first because the anniversary month falls within the month where we still have serious rain, and we know that in September now Nigeria has been very unpredictable the last 2 years. Now, if we're doing only a cocktail event, it would have been very easy to do it indoors. But since we are doing both a cocktail and grill event, people can't grill under rain. So we decided that, okay, we are going to take it to a month where we know too well that, the weather wouldn't be a factor that we need to start budgeting about. So that's why we took it to that month. Then secondly, we didn't also want to do an event that interferes with the state anniversary celebration, because we don't know when the state is going to fix a whole lot of things. Exactly. So that's why we are not competing with the state. Instead, we are trying to ensure that we do an event that showcases Akwa Ibom and also collaborates with what Akwa Ibom state government and the new government is trying to do, with the Arise agenda.
Very, very lovely. Very lovely. I like to ask this all the time, especially when we get to this period. How old were you when Akwa Ibom got Akwa Ibom as a state?
I would say I'm the same age with Akwa Ibom. So basically, I'm doing an event that synchronizes with Akwa Ibom's anniversary.
And I used to think you were older.
Yes,
you're talking to me anyhow.
Everybody thinks I'm older, but I'm happy I am where I am.
Okay, beautiful, very beautiful. How about you? How old were you? And what was that feeling when you heard, if you were of age, of course?
Yes, I was.
You don't look like you want to say.
I was. In fact, in few weeks from now,
Hmm.
I think I would actually be 40. So,
Okay, so you were 5 or
yes,
4?
4,
Okay.
5. When
Was that old enough for you to capture the feeling, of the typical Akwa Ibomite, as at when this happened?
Not really.
But you came to hear about it.
Yes, I came to hear.
Okay,
about
beautiful. So, 36 years down the line now, what do you think about Akwa Ibom, Alan?
Okay, so for 36 years, I think Akwa Ibom has done amazingly well, and,
Okay.
and I would take several instances. If you consider other states in Nigeria that are almost the same age like Akwa Ibom, you would agree with that Akwa Ibom is far ahead in terms of infrastructure, in terms of human development, and a lot of things. In terms of also bringing in brands and companies to partner with the state government, I think Akwa Ibom has done a whole lot. And I think we've been lucky to have very good governors or very good head of state that each have all complimented on each other's performances. And what the current government has done is that they've highlighted areas they feel will drive traffic and draw audience to Akwa Ibom. And one of the key areas is tourism. And I would say this with the fact that tourism is one area that drives every other sector. So if you drive tourism, you're driving every sector. You drive tech, you drive the hospitals, you drive religious tourism and everything. So I think Akwa Ibom has been blessed, and I think currently in Africa we are the envy of every other state. We don't have, when people come into Akwa Ibom, a few days ago I hosted a team of about 7 persons, and they've been all over the world, but they had good reviews of Akwa Ibom. So I think we've been lucky to have good governors, good head of state, and I think the current governor has decided to highlight one particular area that has not been focused on, which is tourism. We need to start driving traffic, driving the right narrative, and bringing people to Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom is a good place to live, invest, and also have fun. So yes, Akwa Ibom has done well in 36 years.
Okay, beautiful. How about you? Do you agree with him?
Yes, very much.
Okay, beautiful. Let's tie this up now. What one thing, 2 things, 3 things would you like for my listener out there to know about your events, the Cocktail and Grill? What are the contact numbers? Is there a venue for this event? I've not heard you talk about the venue. Is there a venue for this event? Are the contact numbers? Are the email address? Are the websites? Are there things people can do if they want to, get in touch with you?
Yes. Okay. So first, the event date is 19th of November, and it's happening at Kings and Queens. Nursery school that's at the Wade Housing Estate, and the reason because Wade Housing is relatively very safe. The event is going to have everything. It's a lifestyle event, so we are going to have the grills, we're going to have the drinks, then most importantly, we're going to have the fun, which is the lifestyle thing, because you don't want to bring people to a space that is boring. So we are going to be unveiling a whole long list of lineup of artists, comedians, and a whole lot. And we are doing a fuse. We are bringing both the upcoming ones, the ones in Akwa Ibom, the ones that are outside Akwa Ibom, because we want to be able to have people coming, people in here also benefit from it. So we're having to unveil a long list of activities for that day that will make sure that no one moment is actually boring for that particular event. And we have a website. The website for the event is www.cocktailandgrillfest.com. And on our website, we have everything. We have spaces where vendors can onboard. We have spaces where people can volunteer. We have spaces where sponsors can actually ask us to send in our letters of sponsorship for them. And for people that are not able to go through that, we also have a phone number where people can reach us. And that's my personal number, because I want to be able to have a personal interface with vendors, partners, and everybody that wants to be part of this event, because we want to create an experience. So my phone number, this is my personal phone number, is 080 6206 5351. I'll call that again, 080 6206 5351. And what we're promising Akwa Ibomite are, now we are giving Akwa Ibomite an experience, a gastronomy event that you're going to have fun grilling, have fun testing the grills, have fun testing the different varieties of drinks, and have fun having lots of entertainment, cut the lineup of comedians and artists we're bringing on board. We are actually ensuring that we spend so much to ensure that this event becomes memorable and becomes a stay event in Akwa Ibom State, because we are not taking it anywhere. We are making Akwa Ibom a destination, and this is one way to do it.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much, Amen Efe. Thank you also to you, Principal Pedro,
Thank you.
for coming on the show. I loved talking to you, and I'm very sure you'd come on the show at least one more time before this event happens. And thank you for all you're doing to ensure that Akwa Ibom is on the tourism map of Nigeria. Thank you so much. It's Ibom Rise on XL 106.9 FM, and we'll just take another quick break. Take one commercial, I like to think, and of course, one song when we return.